welcome back. So I wanted to work a quick spell to show you how to do a ritual you can do and entail for 7 to 15 days over you and your lover, to keep them in, to help them stay home with you. I know a lot of people, they have problems actually staying in the house, you know. So now that they have to stay in the house, it's pretty hard. You know, people are still finding ways to go out, hang out, and do certain things. And when you have a lover and you have a relationship, that's one of the things you want to make sure that you maintain, just the trust and the commitment overall and the faithfulness. So you want them to stay in, because a lot of people have trust issues, and it's hard for some of you to watch your lover go out, not know where they are, can't pick up the phone, and now you're feeling stuck and you're feeling vulnerable to a lot of things that they may possibly be getting themselves into. So I'm going to show you a spell to work. You're going to take a pink candle. Pink is the only option. You don't want to take any other candle. You want to take the pink candle. You want to get a combination of mistletoe, patchouli, and raspberry leaf. And a raspberry leaf is great for keeping a lover in, close in the home, up under you, bundled up. You want to use your raspberry leaf. The mistletoe is great for love and passion and sensuality and sexuality and all those emotional stuff that you want and need. And the patchouli is going to keep them there, up under you. Patchouli is good for bringing things to you, like a come to me, come close, get near. In combination with all of that, as well as my just stay oil, is going to help your lover stay home, and be flexible to the time that they have only for you. Like, they should not be doing anything other than you. So for most of you that been looking for a spell that you could just work on a consistent basis at home, and your lover doesn't have a problem with you doing a little witchcraft here and there, going in the room and doing whatever you need to do, do it. Do it and take advantage of it as much as you can. And keep that lover close and keep that lover under you. Make sure when you're working on certain lovers, though, that you check in on them. But checking in on them means getting a reading. You want to make sure that you're not doing this just because, or you're not wasting your time, or you're just not doing it on this person and they have no emotional ties to you whatsoever, because it'll be heartbreaking. That you're doing all this work and spells and this person is just like emotionally cold. And let me say this, narcissistic or not, if you know that they're all into themselves, why would you work a narcissistic person? I really don't want to hear it anymore. I really don't want to hear it's hard to work a narcissist. Oh, narcissists are this. But you know already, all they care about is themselves. You know their focus is themselves. You know already the narcissistic personalities that they have. So why are you trying to work them? A lot of times it has nothing to do with them being a narcissist. Sometimes they don't want to be with you. Sometimes they don't want you. Sometimes they don't want that relationship. Sometimes they don't want to be near you. Sometimes they just don't want it. Sometimes they're just not into you. And I don't want you to get crazy and make up all types of excuses and say, no, I can't work this person because they're narcissistic. No, you can't work them because you can't work them. Because there's no love left. There's no energy there. There's no buildup. There's no fire. And it makes no sense to do that, to work on that. For whatever reason you want to work a spell, you're going to work it, right? But working on somebody that is worth it. Working on somebody that you can say, you know what, I put a spell on his ass and look how he behaving today. You won't believe how much I had to fucking do to put a spell on his ass. And look how he turned around. Look how she behaving now. I just started working her 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and look what she doing. You know what I'm saying? You want to see something good when it comes in return to working a spell on somebody. But for most of you out there, you know, the small percentage that act like you're too blind to realize it, it has nothing to do with a narcissist. They are not into you. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to commit. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to have kids. And that may be tough to hear, but it is the honest truth. Always get a reading to see if it is worth it. Okay? I'm going to dress this candle and I'm going to get right back to you. Okay, I'm back. So let me say this. When you're dealing with different herbs and you're working with your spell candles and ritual candles, image candles and things like that, if it's not glass, you have to be careful as to what type of herbs you're going to use. See, raspberry leaf is pretty fluffy, okay? So petition goes where? Underneath that plate, because you will burn it. And let me tell you, the correct method to burning a candle is not to have all of the herbs burning. That's not a good way to burn your spell. You're not going to get good results if you're burning a candle and all of the herbs on fire, it's engulfing. That's not good energy. You're reflecting off negative energy when you're doing that. You don't want to fire over your candles. That's too much heat. And that will result in that person being an angry person. And or it is showing you an indication as you read your candles, this person is angry. This person is heated. You can't work them. They already got an attitude with you. Their energy is already not level with you. They are on fire when it comes to you. And when you see somebody on heat, fire, their emotions are wild. And you want to make sure that you don't work on people like that. And or send that kind of energy towards them. So make sure when you work your candle, it's okay to do like this. You see that? It's okay to do that. When it comes to disposing a spell, when it comes to love, you keep this close. You want them to just stay, so I need you to just keep those results in the house by keeping the wax. You have to. Don't get rid of your wax. Keep it. Tie it up in his underwear, one of his socks, and hide it in the house somewhere. In between the mattress. You gotta learn. You gotta be smart. You gotta, depending on what you're doing, okay, I'll dispose it like this. I'll dispose it like that. It don't need to go down river because then he will. All right? So, and just to sum it up, when it comes to just stay and spells of love and attraction, you want to keep that there. You keep you can get all the wax and the herbs, everything you work in a time frame. Wrap it up in a cloth, tie it up, put it in one of your purses if you want to. Put it in a Mojo bag, create a big bag, and tie it up and put it in there. And keep it. But overall, I want you to have the knowledge when you're working on certain things and certain people and certain individuals. I want you to put your time, energy, and focus into them if it feels like it's worth it. And sometimes it feels like it's not worth it because you want things to happen like now. You don't want to wait 7 days. You don't want to wait 21 days. But some people, they are worked differently. They need more time and prayer and energy and probably other hands placed over them. But overall, if you're going to be working spells at home, start with yourself. See what you can do. See what you can build up. See what power you have to keep in your target, your lover, him or her, home with you. Keeping them present around you. And this can entail them not watching TV in the living room all the time. Them coming into the bedroom. You want them to just stay. You want them to be with you. You want them to show you more energy and time. And just everything that you're giving them, you want that back. You want that stable relationship. You want them to say, you know what? I want to be here with you. Whatever you want to do today, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to just stay here. Listen to those words when they repeat them back to you. Those are key words. Things are happening. I'm going to come to you. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, I'm going to just stay here. This is, I love the steady love. I want all this attraction. Just certain things that you're doing, they're repeating it right back to you. Oh, I feel obsessed with you. Those are the key words. Next to getting a reading and next to watching as things happen. You should know your hands in magic by now. And if you're new to magic, work things small. Do small spells. Do mini spells. Do simple spells. Don't go in too big. Build that energy and that power up first before you go in to try to change and alter the way people think, feel, and look at you. Okay? And that'll help you to, basically see what you're working with. Because you're working minimally. But then you'll still minimally see results if they are there. Don't believe anybody that's going to tell you, work the spell, it's going to be effective. That's a fucking lie. Okay? Because not everybody has magic. There's no way you're going to wake up and say you're going to be a witch at 2 o'clock in the morning and at 3 o'clock all of your spells are working. That energy has to be there. It has to be in you. It's the honest truth. Do not believe anybody when they say this spell is going to be 100% effective. I'm putting it on my newborn child. They lying. They risking anything that they can to grasp you and to bring you in. And that's why a lot of you get stuck working spells in love and your relationships because you trust into people that they honestly can't be honest. That effectiveness has nothing to do with you. That's their magic that they are working, right? Now, they can say it's been 100% effective for me. It's worked great for me. It's worked well. It's worked on my customers. And you should try it. So any spell you see out there, all you got to do is try it and see if it works. If it fits your situation, see if it's for you. See if it's for the target that you want to work upon. And then you take it from there. You get the correct herbs, the correct oils, the correct candles, the correct ritual items. Working on a specific day and time and continue working it. Spells have to be worked. They need consistency. Not 1 day, not 2. Sometimes you need a few more days because you need to build energy, strength, and power overall when it comes to spells. And you need prayer. You need those chants. Use your psalms. If you're into hoodoo, you're going to be using a lot of the psalms. You're going to be praying a lot. And that's what's going to help you to get through the things and to understand if your magic is working. Work him, pray over him, write his name, his date of birth, put his picture under there, and do it over and over. Use the same plate, new candle, same petition under, over and over and over. You're building energy now over that petition that you're sending up and out into the universe, to the spirits, to the guardian angels, to your ancestors, to the saints, whomever it is. Even though you're not calling upon anyone, guess what? It's spiritual work. Spirits are still among you. They're watching. They're going to help you when needed. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.